Hayden Crawford from the Dreamtime Academy, and I'm a wellness coach and spiritual teacher specialising in colour therapy and numerology. Welcome to today's live Starseed Numerology Readings and Insights. Now, did you know that your date of birth carries the secrets of your unique personality blueprint, your strengths and weaknesses, the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures, your true soul purpose, and even your starry origins? Well, did you? Did you? I didn't think so. Now, today on the live, I'm going to be revealing some truths about you and your soul's journey based around the lens of colours, numbers, and the alphabet. Now, I work with an incredible sequence of beautiful jewel-coloured oil bottles like these ones here, and essence sprays, and of course Pythagorean numerology, which I've found to be the most accurate and reliable form of numerology since I've been teaching it and studying it for the last 10 years. So if you'd like some insights with me today during today's live, then make sure you drop your date of birth into the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I will do the rest. I'm looking at your day number, your ruling number, and your personal year cycle influences today during today's live. Now, before we get into all of that, I wanted to say a big thank you to all the new subscribers over the past few weeks. Sorry I haven't been as present doing my lives on Facebook, on YouTube, that I have been on TikTok and Facebook. So I'm going to be starting to become a bit more diligent with my lives on YouTube as time progresses. Obviously, as more and more of you are watching, it'll become more of a regular thing. Really, I'm just genuinely grateful to everybody who's subscribed. Hopefully, you've all watched my 2026 predictions episode of the Numerology Show this week, as well as my latest Andromedan channeling as well on technology and AI in 2026 as well. So yeah, if you'd like a reading with me today during today's live, then don't be shy. Make sure you introduce yourself. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from. And as I said, I'll do the rest. I'm looking at your day number, your ruling number, and your personal year cycle influences today during today's live. All right. So what has your week been like? Feel free to let me know what have you been learning? Anything interesting, anything new? There you go. Okay, so as we wait for people to come into today's live, please feel free to introduce yourself. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from. I'm going to start by picking a card out for everybody that's watching this live stream, whether it's today or during the live, or if it's afterwards. This is going to just add in just a little bit of information for you. And it's the Andromedan genius, Mirash, who's come up for you. And this is about expanding your horizons or reprogramming as well. So it might be that you're in a place in your life where you want to broaden your social horizons, or, learn something new. And maybe you want to reprogram some of the negative or limiting beliefs that you formulated from childhood. And often when you get to that place, it's like, well, how do I do that, isn't it? So that's why I host a lot of my sessions via Zoom with the colour mirrors bottles that you can see behind me. It helps people identify what their patterns are, what their stuck patterns are, their frozen emotions, the subconscious limitations. And then I help people to work through those as well by doing some timeline therapy. So it's a great way of being able to reprogram. So maybe you're at that point in your life where you're just like recognizing that nothing is working in the way that you want it to, and that you're creating a whole lot of chaos in your life. And it's like, maybe it's time now for you to step up and to create some change. It's always a good place to get to, I think, that breakdown before you break through, don't you think? So today, during the live, we're going to be doing some free numerology insights. So if you're watching me for the very first time today and you caught me during the live, then first of all, thanks for being here. I'm actually offering some free insights, numerology insights, during the live today over the next hour or so. So if you've never had a numerology reading before and you'd like me to take a look at doing yours, then drop your date of birth into the chat. I'm going to be looking at your day number and what that means, your life path number and your personal year cycle that you're in as well, so that you can start understanding a little bit more about who you are, where you're from and what you're here to do. So yeah, if you're if you're keen, drop your date of birth into the chat. I'll have a look at doing yours and we can explore that next. So we've got Coinbase. Nice to see you, Coinbase. Well, lovely to have you with me here today. What's your real name, please? And you were born on the 10th of September. So the 10th of the 9th, 1976. That's lovely to meet you today. Where are you watching from? So you've got a beautiful day number 10. You've got a ruling number 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 24. 34 is a 7. And then your year is a 9 and 9 is 18, 19 is a 1. So you've got 2 9s, a 6, a 7, 2 1s, and the arrow of hypersensitivity as well. Ah, beautiful. So it's Fat Trong. Yeah, is that the right way to pronounce it? So look, what we can see here is you've got a ruling number 7. So, your life path is the seeker of truth. You love the mysteries of life, the illusions, the miracles, the magic, and the faith of life as well. So for you, you like delving deep into the subconscious mind. You like anything paranormal or metaphysical. The 7 actually in the colour mirrors system that I work with, that you can see behind me, is called Neptune, the Roman god of the sea, or the king of Atlantis. And this is a beautiful 7 energy. Yeah, so it's a 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 23. Sorry, you're a 33 over 6. Yeah, no, you're right, absolutely right. You are a 33 over 6, not a 7. So forget all of that. I did my calculations wrong. You are a 33 over 6. So yeah, you're here to master love. Yeah, so you've got to learn to be selfless, but without being a people pleaser. And that the interesting thing about the 6 energy is that you are a lover, not a hater. So you can't rescue people, because otherwise you'll attract people with narcissistic personality disorder, and then you'll feel abused, and then you'll fall into the shadow pattern of the pink 6 energy, which is the victim. So you're a bit of a soulpreneur, because your 10 is the wheel of fortune, which is the leader. So you're an entrepreneur, and also, you're very creative and holistic and very maternal as well. The 6 pink stuff is very maternal. Yeah. So it is a master number vibration, the 33. In Pythagorean numerology, we reduce it down to the 6. Yeah, so, the 6s are lovers, not haters. And but they often find themselves drawn into either the arts, the healing arts, or making the best mothers. So for you, there's past life implications as in ancient Egypt, maybe as a high priest or a high priestess, or potentially as an Essene, the children of the light, that saw in Jesus Christ. You are hypersensitive, so you've actually got a bit of a weak soul protection, so you get very easily hurt by people. So just the little throwaway comments that people make can sometimes deeply upset you. Yeah, so someone could say to you, you look really tired, or, and you might think, oh, what they're talking about. They think I look old and haggard. And then, you'll kind of take things the wrong way, because you're so sensitive to people's comments and, hypersensitive in general. You're a very wise old soul as well. Having 2 9s amplifies your wisdom, your idealism, and your sense of responsibility as well. So you're a wise old soul. So it's not your first rodeo. You've been around the block a few times in the nicest possible way. And then you've also got this beautiful 6, in your chart there as well, which is more loving, creative energy, a little bit of sacrifice in your life in either love, health, or money. And that might present itself as a pattern of loss. So you might love and lose, for example, or make money and lose it. You do have nicely balanced communication skills. So really, you're a way shower. You're a conscious creator of your own reality. You're an alchemist. The tens are all about individual expression. This year, you're in a personal year one, which is a year of fresh new spring rebirths. So this is a great year to move house, change jobs, or even get out of an old relationship if it's not working for you. So when you get to a one, it's like the freshest form of spring rebirth that you can ever possibly hope to imagine. Yeah, it's a great year. So new opportunities presenting themselves that you'll find slipping in between the cracks. And it's where the unmanifest becomes manifest. I'll pick a card out for you from the Cosmic Family Oracle cards as well. And this is the card that comes up for you, Fat. You got the Andromedan Healer. There you go. So, this is about healing heartache through solitude. So, as you move through your personal year one, you're moving into a two next year. It's great for processing the changes that you went through this year. So sometimes that can be a relationship ending, or it could be a job coming to an end, or moving house or whatever. So next year, you want to process all of those changes. Yeah. So hopefully that's giving you some food for thought. Hello to Diamante Coristino. Shall we have a look at doing yours next, yeah? There you go. So did that make sense for you, Fat? Leave us a few comments and let me know. I also create what are called Starseed Numerology Reports as well. So if you loved that and you'd like to delve deeper, then I create a report that reveals your galactic origins, so your past life implications, karmic lessons, and your true soul purpose, as well as the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures. And they're on special offer today for only 59 Australian dollars, which is about 38 US. And to claim that, just click the link that I'm just about to pop into the chat. And then you can get that on the special offer. And then just remember to send me your birth date, ideally your time of birth and your place of birth, plus the name that you like to go by, and give me 3 to 5 business days to be able to create it for you. All right, and that'll get emailed through as a PDF on completion. There you go. So am I considered a starseed? Not necessarily, yeah. So just because you've got a master number 33/6 doesn't automatically qualify you as being a starseed. However, 99.9% of the people that I do reports for are. You do get a few people that don't incarnate in other constellations or galaxies. They come directly in from source consciousness, but majority of people on the Earth plane at this time are starseeds. I would have to. What I do is I determine where you've come from in the constellations. So, whether you've come in from Andromeda, like I have, or from Arcturus or Lyra, or Sirius, or Antares, or Alpha Centauri, or Alpha Draconia. And that helps you to define your mission, you see. So, yeah, we are all theoretically starseeds. Well, the majority of us are. But to help you to define your mission, you've got to really know whereabouts, in the cosmos that your soul has arrived onto the Earth plane from. Yeah. But, the master numbers, the 11, the 30, the 22 and the 33, they're all quite difficult vibrations because you've come in to master a specific thing. So for you, Fat, you've come in to master love. But that's why you might experience the opposite of that in your life. So you might attract the abuser in order for you to be able to learn about self-love. It's interesting how it can play itself out. So, the people who aren't really serious about their soul evolution, don't incarnate as master number energies. So, Diamante, is that your real name? So you were born on the 2nd of August, 1981. And you're a 2911. I seem to attract 29 over 11s. It's the path of the Olympic spiritual athlete. So again, it's another master number like the 33, the 11 is. But the 2911 is quite a difficult vibration. So on your soul contract that you signed before you came to Earth, you sort of said, look, throw it all at me. I want to go through divorce, separation from family, even separation from country. in the more extreme scenarios. So, is your last look at issues of separation. So you are a 9, 10, 18, 19, 27, 20, yeah, you're a 29, 11. So you could make a good life coach, spiritual teacher, or social worker. You could be clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. Your year is a 9, 10, 17, 18, 19 is a 1. So there you go. The 11 is duality in the colour mirrors. Bottle number 11, it's duality. So this is like your purpose, good and bad, black and white, right and wrong. Your life is never going to be grey. It's going to be either really good or really bad. And that's why I say it's your last look at issues of separation. You've chosen to attain grace, but under pressure. So bottle number 29 in the system is called Grace Under Pressure. It's deep magenta and deep turquoise. So it carries that sort of, the path of the master. So you are a guide for humanity as we evolve into the new earth, and you're highly empathic because you've got a day number 2. So you're super sensitive. So that's bottle number 2 in the colour mirrors. It's called the moon, and it's pale blue over royal blue. And it kind of governs your tides, your seasons, and your cycles. So this will bring in like past life implications in ancient Israel. So, sometimes people born on the 2nd, they feel second best or not heard. And you'll be at your happiest when you're in a relationship, because the 2 is about partnerships. Like in a job, you might be better off being the PA to the boss rather than the boss themselves. Because there is this sort of very soft feminine energy around you, because the 11 carries the vibration of the 2 as well. So the mortal number of the 11, is the 2. So it's a very, very sensitive and empathic person. You're also fiercely independent as well. Having 2 8s, you like to be in control. So you actually needed to have travelled when you were younger. Otherwise, you might be feeling quite restless in your life right now. So did you get the chance to travel when you were younger? And if not, do you feel quite restless in your life right now? I'd be interested to find out. Difficulties for you during childhood. So maybe those issues around separation started, through your parents separating when you were younger. Or there could have been issues around sibling rivalry or ill health. Or just feeling like you didn't fit in with the world around you when you were growing up. But you see, that can also manifest as issues and challenges in your adult relationships as well, because you are, as I said, fiercely independent. Also, you are a bit of a skeptic when it comes to new concepts, ideas, or even people, until you get evidence that they're being genuine and authentic. Like once you get that proof, you become a complete and utter convert. But it's almost like you have to go through your own processes of investigation before you fully believe anything or anyone. Nicely balanced intuition, sensitivity, very nicely balanced communication skills as well. So you'd make a good listener as well as a good talker. And you're in your personal year 1 this year as well, moving into a 2 next year. So, this has been a year for you of lots of new beginnings. So you might have moved house, changed jobs, got out of an old relationship. And then this next year, moving forward, in 2026, you're going to be processing all of those changes. So you might be feeling a bit more emotional next year. But you see, you're a leader. Leos are leaders. But because you're also a day number 2, you can also be a follower as well. So, you are actually a guide. So you could be, as I said, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. You'd make a really good life coach, spiritual teacher, or social worker. You've got the Arcturian healer that's come up for you from the Cosmic Family Oracle cards. And this is Murga. And it's about healing grief and depression. So you might have been through, being down in the dumps recently. Maybe you've been feeling a bit depressed, or you lost somebody close to you. And, you've been really down. So what happens when Murga comes up? It's like the Arcturian energy is helping you to heal the grief that might be around you, and those the illusion of loss, because nothing's ever lost really in the first place, is it? So you didn't fit in as a kid, yeah, because you're so sensitive. You're such an empath, and you never travelled. It was hard with little money. So do you feel quite restless then in your life? Now, you lost both parents, did you? Yeah. It can be really, really tough, when you are a 29-11. It can be very, very challenging. Yeah. Oh, bless you. So sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully that's connected with you, Diamante. If you loved that and you'd like me to delve deeper down the rabbit hole and explore your full Starseed Numerology Report, they're on special offer today for only 59 Australian dollars, which is about 38 US. And that will explore all aspects of your galactic origins, your past life implications, your karmic lessons, the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures. And it's tailor made. So it looks at all aspects of your birth chart and your name chart, because your name carries a vibration too, through your soul urge number and your outer expression number and your complete name number as well. But it also looks at the major influences within your astrology, like your sun, your moon, your north node, and your ascendant, and all your colour therapy influences as well. So that adds in an extra layer of information. Also, your pyramids, which are really predictive about your future as well. So yeah, it's a 22-page tailor-made report, and it will reveal all of those things for you. So it's a bit like a roadmap of your life, all right? And then just remember to send me your birth date, ideally your time of birth as well, if you know it, and your place of birth, plus the name that you like to go by, and give me 3 to 5 business days to create it for you, all right? Now, if you're watching today's during the live and you'd like to have some insights with me today, make sure you drop your date of birth into the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I will do the rest. All right. So, so at the moment you're very frustrated, and you're frustrated in your career. What do you do? What do you do, Diamante? For you, you know, when you're a master 11, you know, as I say, you're here either to be a life coach, spiritual teacher, or social worker. So you're here to kind of guide humanity forward. So if you're in a job where you're the PA, or you're feeling second best or not heard, you know, you're not giving the full potential of stepping into your magnificence, it will create a lot of frustration. You see, that's the downside, isn't it? Yeah, what is it that you do, Diamante? Well, hopefully that connected with you anyway. So you're a creator. You've been running your business in handmade spiritual tools, but being frustrated as though there's more for you to do. Yeah. There you go. In handmade spiritual tools. What sort of handmade spiritual tools are they? Are they like working with crystals and stuff like that? So what do you think it is then? What do you think that the next thing is for you to do? Bringing something else into your business. Have you thought about maybe writing a book, maybe, or um, could you do a podcast or something like that, maybe instead? Maybe that's the direction to go in if you feel like there's something else, or maybe teaching something, you know, something that you're creating potentially. Sometimes, yeah. When I started the Dreamtime Academy, like I was making vibrational remedies. So, like I would make Australian bushflower essences and into chakra essences, and I used to sell those. And then I developed auric sprays, and then things evolve over a period of time, don't they? But I always felt like that as well. When I was just working with the tools, it was almost like it wasn't enough. There had to be more. So, and then things just start opening up the further down the track. It does say like you want to return to education. So Beetlejuice comes in and says, look, maybe it's time for you to return to education. You know, there might be something else that you need to start learning. Hello, Drew Bennett. Nice to see you. How are you going today? You all right? Would you like me to do some insights for you today during the live? I'm doing some free numerology insights for anybody who's joining me live today. So feel free to drop your date of birth into the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I will do the rest. Yeah, so Diamante, you know, if you think about it, right? If you could study something to learn some new skills, what would that be? What would that look like? Yeah, so drop your date of birth into the chat then for me, please, Drew. And we can have a look at doing yours next if you like. So you're born on the 14th of January, 1986. And you're in on the Sunshine Coast. Beautiful. So a day number 5, a life path number 9, 10, 18, 19, 24, 28, 29, 30. And then your year is a 9, 10, 14, 15 is a 6. So you've got the 9, the 8, 6, 4, 3 ones. There you go. So you make custom healing wands, do you? And departed soul stands. But you do feel like study, do you? Yeah. Well, maybe one of the things that you could learn, you know, is like to add to your toolkit is numerology or colour therapy. You know, maybe that's why you're here. I remember my academy, Dreamtime Academy, is a cosmic mystery school for starseeds looking to rediscover their inner wisdom. And I've got lots of online courses for you to get your teeth into. And I've got a membership portal as well that teaches the Oversoul Codex cards and the Oversoul archetypes. So yeah, they're all self-paced video courses with books, and they're certified as well. So yeah, if it floats your boat, you know, if you've ever thought about delving deeper into numerology or colour therapy, that might be something for you to consider. Yeah. I've got several things going on at the moment where you can actually you could get your level 1, 2 and 3 numerology for only 99 Australian dollars. They're on special for Black Friday, because it's the Black Friday sale here in Perth in Western Australia. So it's it's a great opportunity, you know, for you to sort of delve deep down the rabbit hole if you're keen on learning something new. All right. Okay, so Drew, what we can see there is you've got a beautiful ruling number 3. Now, the life path 3 is the creative, you know, so you need freedom of expression in this life, because you've day number 5, which is all about freedom, communication, versatility. You feel things very intensely. So your 5 is Mercury, this beautiful emerald green bottle. So it connects to the heart chakra. You know, it's the center of the emotional plane, the number 5. So it means that you have a big need for freedom, especially because you've got a karmic number 14 as your day number. So there's 4 karmic numbers, Drew. You've got the 13, the 14, the 16, and the 19. So when you've got a karmic number 14, it means actually that in a parallel life, or what I call it's like a past life, but they're all running simultaneously. You maybe restricted someone's freedom, or had your own freedom restricted. So you could have incarcerated someone, or you could have been imprisoned. And so in this life, you need freedom. Like, it's the most dominant thing for you, but you need specifically freedom of expression, freedom of movement. So you might find that you come up against challenges where your freedom might feel restricted in some way, shape or form. But you see, you're a ruling number 3, so not only very creative, so you love music, lyrics, poetry, the arts and the healing arts, but you need freedom of expression. and you can be very analytical as well. So the 3 is both a left brain mind number as well. It's being very creative. So you can be very analytical. Sometimes you can be a bit critical of yourself and sometimes other people. So the 3 is Jupiter, which is the largest planet in the solar system. So it wants expansion, and so do you. So you really want to stand up in the world and claim your spot. But you might want to overcome issues of low self-esteem, lack of self-confidence, and lack of self-worth as well. So, this is the 3. 3s often can get quite down in the dumps as well. They can get depressed because that's where you get your material for your creative projects. So for you, you really need to learn to fill your own cup up first as well, Drew. All right? Because you're always doing stuff for everybody else all the time. And if you keep on doing that, you're going to risk getting overly stressed and then burning out. So, carve enough space and time away from everyone around you so you can allow your own creativity to blossom. You've got the arrow of the inquirer in your birth chart, which means that you are a bit skeptical of new concepts, ideas, or even people until you've got evidence that they're being genuine and authentic. And once you get that proof, there you'll become an avid convert. But you almost have to go through your own processes of investigation before you fully believe anything or anyone. So you're like a Miss Marple, gathering proof before you believe. You're very talkative. You're very chatty when you know people, you like them and you trust them. You certainly know how to hold your own in a conversation. And you're very practical as well. Very independent, quite practical, quite grounded, quite traditional and conservative in some of your values. You like the physical, practical, organisational, material aspects of life as well. And you love your home and family as well. So for you, it's important that you don't try and hide from life. You've got to get out into life. So you need to travel, explore the world, go to different countries, go to different places, and surround yourself with people that will allow you to express yourself freely and let go of old masks of who you once were. This year you're in a personal year 6. So the 6 is a great year it's about creativity, especially within the home. So many people end up redecorating or reinventing the way they present themselves to the outside world during a personal year 6. So, it's a great year for like beautifying your environment or yourself. A lot of people reinvent themselves during their personal year 6 as well. So, yeah, it's about love coming into your life really as well. So often that can be new partners because the 6 relates to Venus, the planet of love. So it's a great year for more self-care as well and giving yourself some of your own motherly nurturing energy, Drew. So freedom and expansion are your dominant themes within this incarnation. Yeah. So you've had burnout too often. You're currently sewing animals with spooky overalls for a stall next year. Are you? You're on the spectrum, so very into organisational things. Are you like order, not chaos? Yeah. You got the Pleiadian teacher. So look at that. It's all about mastering technological advancements as well. So you might be, tapping into AI or even exploring the Akashic records, at this point in time, or just, starting to really master the way, that technology is moving as well. So that's beautiful that you're doing that. Very, very creative, isn't it? So doing creative projects, yeah, I love that. Oh, well done you. There you go. Interesting, isn't it? So interesting. I always say that colours and numbers never lie, Drew. It's people that tend to lie, isn't it? Not colours and numbers. So when we learn to decode the language of light, we get super, super accurate information, don't we? Oh, well, it's lovely to meet you today. So if you'd like me to do your full Starseed Numerology Report for you, I'm more than happy to create one for you as well. You can claim that on my Black Friday offer today as well for only 59 Australian dollars, which is about 38 US, by clicking the link I've popped in the chat. And then just remember to send me your birth date, ideally your time of birth and your place of birth, plus the name that you like to go by. And then that will look at your birth chart as well as your name chart. It looks at the major influences in your astrology, like your sun, your moon, your north node, and your ascendant. reveals your galactic origins, so whether you're Andromedan like me, or from Arcturus or Lyra or Sirius or the Pleiades. Looks at your past life implications and your karmic lessons as well. So, it's a bit like a roadmap of your life. Yeah. There you go. You need to love yourself more, yeah. And you've been alone for some time, but you like your own company, do you? Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's interesting, because you're in your personal year 6, it can be a very interesting year with regards to meeting new people. So, never say never, but also you're just about to leave that and go into your personal year 7 next year, which, can bring up opportunities for both sacrifice and learning through your own experiences as well. So it's an interesting year. It's a very interesting year. There you go. So if you'd like to have some insights with me today, you'd like to be next up on today's live, then drop your date of birth into the chat. I'm looking at your day number, your ruling number, and your personal year cycle influences today during the live, and that will reveal more about who you are at a soul level. There you go. If you can hear that sound in the background, I've got a gardener here at the moment who's trimming the bushes in the backyard. So this is for the collective. So the Hadean genius Coronis comes up for everybody that's watching me live right now, and this is a rebirth after depression. So that's always a positive thing, isn't it? Sometimes we have to go through the dark night of the soul, or we can isolate ourselves or feel, like we're putting ourselves in the background, and there's a rebirth on the way. So that's a really hopeful card if you have been feeling a bit cut off from the rest of the world. So Coronis comes and says, there it is, the sun shining through the clouds and the rainbow appearing, and all sorts of really nice positive things are on their way. Which is a beautiful thing, isn't it? Now, does anyone have any questions for me today? Any questions at all about what I do, or anything that's going on in your life that you'd like to share or talk about? There you go. Now, if you'd like to have a reading with me today, then make sure that you drop your date of birth into the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from. Hello to Crystal Neves. Yeah, absolutely. Drop your date of birth into the chat and we can have a look at doing some more insights for you. So you love colours and numbers as well, do you? Oh, well, you're in the right place then. And you're a 7 life path, are you? Oh, I love the 7s. I've got a day number 7. So that's past life connections in Atlantis that comes up with the 7s. It's Neptune, the Roman god of the sea. So that's bottle 7 in the colour mirrors. And it's pale turquoise over deep turquoise. So the turquoise ray often brings in that vibration of like timelines where you were working with crystals in Atlantis, or working with energy healing or sound therapy. So you may find that soul memories resurface for you in this incarnation of what you were doing in Atlantis, and you can bring those gifts into your current life. So, the beautiful thing about 7s as well is that they're just really interested in exploring the truth. They're seekers of truth. They're philosophers. So you love justice and equality. You like things to be fair, so you're a supporter of the underdog. 7s are very, very good at listening to the problems of other people, but they tend to carry their own burdens alone. So often you have to learn through your own experiences. No one can tell you how to live your life. You've kind of got to do it your own way. So even if that means that sometimes you have to fall, get back up again, dust yourself off, it's just how you roll, really. It's how you operate. So I love 7s, because there is just that deep need to explore the mysteries, illusions, miracles, magic, and faith of life as well. So So the sevens can sometimes be drawn into the legal services or the judiciary system because of that sense of justice that they uphold. And they really love diving deeply into information as well, Crystal. You know, so they go deep. So you're in Boston, in Massachusetts. Let's have a little look then at Crystal, shall we, yeah? So you're born on the 26th of March 1985. Beautiful. So you've got a day number 8, and your ruling numbers are 9, 10, 18, 19, 23, 26, 28, 29, 34. Yeah, you're a 7. So the 8 is judgment, the 7 is justice. So, you know, you put those together, judgment and justice as being big themes. That can bring about that connection, you know, as I said, to the legal services. But you see, the 8 is also the manager. So your gift is your day number, which is the 8, which means you make a good money manager, man manager, project manager, because you like being in control. You know, the 8s are super independent people, and they're very methodical in the way they go about the projects. So you like doing things properly. The 26 vibration actually does carry codependency. So you might find that you can either become codependent or somebody could become codependent on you, depending on whether or not you're living in the shadow of the 8. Because remember that the shadow is always prevalent as well. So the shadow of the 7 is secretiveness or lack of faith or privacy. So you've got the arrow of intellect in your birth chart as well. So that's the 3, 6 and 9. So this means you're very bright. You've got a very active mind. So you're always thinking, analysing, rationalising, philosophising. Like your mind will go 10 to the dozen. So your long-term memory might be a lot better than your short-term memory. So you'll remember like all the names of the people that you went to primary school with, but you won't remember what you had for your tea last night. You'll be like, what did I have for my tea? So you can see that there, it's like the arrow of, that's the arrow of the intellect. Yeah. So all the numbers on the mind plane. You also got the arrow of the planner, the 1, 2 and 3, which is quite a left brain arrow as well. So you've got an inherent love of order. So you love to know what's coming next. So you like to have a bit of a tick list as you go through your day. So you feel like you're achieving everything. So like get up in the morning, tick, walk the dogs, tick, have some breakfast, tick. You know, ticking everything off until, you know, you feel like you're achieving everything that you want to achieve. There you go. I know it's amazing, is it? Well, I always say colours and numbers don't lie, Crystal, you know. So a lot of people called Crystal who are 7s work with crystals. It's, you know, you'll love the wisdom of the whales and the dolphins. You know, you'll probably want to live by the sea, you know, even though you're in Boston, in Massachusetts. I don't even know if that's on the ocean, actually. But, you know, you can see there is that, your Achilles heel might be that you just struggle a little bit to talk about your own emotions. So you're very good at listening to other people's, but you carry your own stuff alone. So you may struggle a bit to talk about your own emotions. Now, this year you're in a 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, 19, 20. So you're in a personal year 2, or you've just been through a personal year 2, moving into a 3 next year. So you may have felt a bit more emotional, a bit more sensitive this year. And this year's been good for processing the changes that you went through in 2024. So, you know, and doing the inner work. So a lot of inner work for you, maybe feeling a bit more emotional. New partnerships may have formed for you this year. And as you move into a personal year 3 next year, you know, it's all about consciousness and social expansion. So, you know, you'll find more invitations to parties, and so make sure you say yes and turn up, because you will meet beneficial people that will help you in so many different ways. But also, you know, you're going to be broadening your academia, so you might want to learn something new. It's like your brain is going to be hungry for information next year, and you're going to be able to anchor and retain that information a lot better than in any of the other years. So, you know, it's good to enroll on a course. So you were in criminal justice major. There you go. Only used it as a 9/11 dispatcher. So too much trauma as a child. Didn't need all the secondary trauma. Definitely always thinking, people used to call me the memory elephant. There you go. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing how accurate it is. Oh, you got the Syrian empath. Yeah, there you go. So feeling traumatized by being on Earth, talking about that trauma, too much trauma. Because you're a sensitive. You see, you're a beautiful, you could be Pleiadian or Syrian, and you come to the Earth, and you've got here, and you're like, what is this place? You've got taxes, you've got government, you've got war, you've got money, you've got the eggplant emoji, and it's all just a bit hectic, isn't it? So maybe you're just feeling a bit traumatized by being here. So maybe that's why you couldn't go into the legal services. So you're a big crystal collector, but abundance is lacking. You were born in Boston, Colorado now, so this is cool, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome. It's lovely to meet you, Crystal. Honestly, it really is lovely. You're a beautiful soul. You've got gorgeous energy. You've definitely returned from Atlantis, put it that way. You know, if I was to intuit your galactic origins, I would say possibly Syrian Pleiadian, but I'd have to do the calculations based around the position of your sun in your astrological natal chart at the time that you're born to either confirm or deny my suspicions, because it's actually based around Hopi prophecy. The Native American Indians had an intimate relationship with the Galactic Federation of Light, and they taught them how to map the soul's journey as it descended on the earth from the high dimensions of consciousness and the different constellations and galaxies. So, if you don't know your galactic origins and you'd like to understand what they are to help you to define your mission, but also at the same time look at your past life implications, karmic lessons, and your true soul purpose, then remember to claim your special offer by on your full Starseed Numerology Report, because it's Black Friday here in Perth in Western Australia. They are on special offer today for only 59 Australian dollars, which is about 38 US. And they're a tailor-made, handcrafted report. So they do take me 3 to 5 business days to create. So yeah, just click the link in the description and you can order that nice and securely through the online shop. And then just remember to send me your birth dates, okay? Wonderful. Oh, well, so lovely to meet you today. It really has been an absolute pleasure and a joy just, connecting with everybody that we've met today. I've thoroughly enjoyed that. So big love to beautiful Fat Trong and to Drew Diamante and beautiful Crystal. We managed to get through 4 readings today during today's live, which is just wonderful, isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, big love everybody. I hope you have an amazing weekend. You stay safe and enjoy the rest of Black Friday. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Big love. Bye for now.